Hi, I'm Robert Flores with Delaware Engineering. I'm a senior project manager, and I've had the pleasure of working with the Village of Portchester since the beginning of 2020. It's been a team effort with everything we've been doing. They're open to what their visions are. We're able to incorporate that into our engineering, and we can plan ahead with them and take a holistic view for the whole village. So it's not just one task at a time. It all fits into a bigger plan, a bigger picture. So we've been able to do that with their stormwater. We've been able to do that with their sanitary sewer system, identifying their needs, their grants that could help them fund it. And I've been happy we've got some good results. A lot of grant money's been awarded to the village, and actual construction is happening, and that's keeping up with the pace of their development that's happening in the village. They're very lucky, one of the few places in New York State where population is growing, people want to live there. The place is being revitalized, new apartment buildings, a lot of new housing, new businesses, and the infrastructure needs to keep up. So we're very, very happy to be part of that.
Stuart Rabin, I'm the village manager for the Village of Portchester. I've been here working for the village since 2019, and I've been the manager since 2020. And for as long as I can remember as a professional here in Portchester, we've been partnered with Delaware Engineering, who has been very integral in all of our many capital projects that we've gotten off the ground over the last few years. So although I did inherit them, it was a good inheritance to bring them in, and I'm very happy that those before me were able to engage them and bring them on board as one of our engineering consultants. The Village of Portchester, like many other Westchester County municipalities located in the Sound Shore region, were hit very hard by Hurricane Ida. We exceeded a lot of the rainfall estimated for that storm at almost 6 inches per hour over 8 to 9 hours. And what that did was bring to light many choke points and other restrictions within our stormwater system that wasn't necessarily in locations that we would ever expect that flooding could ruin property. And with Delaware Engineering's assistance, we put forth a capital plan with a strategic vision of bettering the stormwater management in the village while also trying to meet my own personal obligation to find ways creatively outside the box to engineer different or alternative measures to restrict the flow of stormwater to help protect our downtown business district and the residents that live just outside of it. What we have done for the last several years is budget for, fund, and complete a litany of stormwater improvement projects that have helped meet that vision.
So this is the Riverfront Bulkhead Marina portion of the downtown waterfront at Portchester. Delaware's been involved down here for about 5 or 6 years now. During one of the major hurricanes in the past decade, the original vinyl bulkhead collapsed into the river. Delaware got involved, and Robert is spearheading the design for the final restoration, which has been many, many years in the coming for the Village of Portchester. The master plan down here is they're forming what they're calling the loop, in which you'll be able to get off at the train station in Portchester. You'll walk down their main street past all the restaurants and everything. You'll loop around to the waterfront. You'll have a nice promenade down here, and it'll be like the feature point of the whole town. So that's kind of the vision. And I think it's been really vital to the life of this village to restore something like this.
We've been able to leverage Delaware's skill set and the talent of its staff in several different ways. They've been very important to us in helping with a lot of the planning that has been going into the revitalization and redevelopment of the village. We have leveraged Delaware's team to help with developers who need to have their stormwater, sanitary, and other civil engineering improvements vetted at the Planning Commission, so they've been serving as a consultant there. They've also helped me in get some other projects off the ground that have been community benefits. For instance, as recently as 2 years ago, they helped design, implement the bid process, and do project management for the revitalization of our recreation parks baseball fields, Joseph Curtis Recreation Park. That baseball field was neglected for a very long time, since before I was here. It is very difficult sometimes to be able to take care of all these green spaces when you're operating on a local municipal budget. But the years of neglect and also the flooding that was occurring on that property because of clogged up release lines and other just flaws in design, Delaware was able to help us redesign how that park would behave in the baseball area, rebuild the baseball field and the outfield, really, introduce new irrigation measures and some of the other important pieces of a baseball field. And now, it's much better, incredibly better than it ever was before. It was like a rebirth.
We're here at the JFK Elementary School on Olivia Street, which was unfortunately a location for flash flooding. I actually came here during the storm event in 2023. It was maybe thigh deep in the intersection. I made my way back into the woods. By the time I got in the woods, I was pretty much waist deep in water and found there's a rock wall that had a storm pipe that was not on anybody's maps. Delaware came in, we excavated, we cleaned out the whole wooded area back there. We installed several large dry wells, and we found maybe like a 3-foot by 4-foot culvert that nobody was aware of, which was taking all the water from up on top of the hill, running through the woods into this tunnel, had nowhere to go. So we fixed the problem and have substantially increased everybody's quality of life. These people don't have to worry about the first floor of their houses flooding anymore. The traffic's been good, so it's been really beneficial for the community.
I think a lot of people don't generally expect to become more than transactional associates when they're talking to an engineering firm that's providing consulting services. My experience, however, with the people from Delaware is that they do try to and are successful of building personal relationships with the people who they are being paid to help, so that you get a feeling that they have a buy-in to the success. Other firms may also have a really good handle on that, but I will say that Delaware is tops for us in that department for sure. And just because somebody is friendly doesn't mean that you overlook shoddy work. And Delaware, their work is as good as their work. There's always going to be times when, hey, can we change this? Or this isn't quite what I was thinking, let's make an adjustment. There's never a pushback. There's never a question of, this is what you want, we're going to give you what you want as long as it makes sense.